Yo guys, how's it going? It's your boy Papi Wolf. Welcome back to another episode of Boruto, and I believe this is episode 193 called Coexistence. And let's just right into the episode because there's a lot of interesting stuff I want to talk about, but I feel like we should just go through the episode first, and then we can talk about every little thing that we really want to talk about. Because this episode was interesting. It was nothing really significant about it, but the symbolism behind everything, or just the setup for what I believe they're doing, is just phenomenal. And okay, so let's jump right into the episode, and I'll explain what I mean. So the episode begins with Naruto and Kawaki, and it's basically where we last left off. Naruto talking to Kawaki, seeing how he's doing. Kawaki tries to leave, and he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna take you in. You're gonna be my responsibility." And Shikamaru was the first one to be like, "Dude, okay, look, I get it. I know why you're doing this, but is it right?" And he goes, "Bro, look, I was exactly where he's been." So ignore that. Those are my text messages. But Naruto really resonates with him. I think it's because Naruto at one time was exactly like him. He was ostracized. He was confined, and like he really could have been, taken in. He really could have been like confined and been held up in a cell. But because the third Hokage said, no, it's fine. I will stick my neck out for him and just make sure that he's taken care of to a degree. He was very minimalist from what we saw. That'll give the character, or that'll give Naruto his stance. So because of that, Naruto has that same stance with Kawaki. He's like, look, if I'm not there for him, then I'm no different than the adults who were exactly like us before. So I think it's my mission as Hokage to really give him this sense of family, to give him this sense of belonging. Like, he will be my responsibility. He is my son. And Shikamaru says something really interesting. He goes, you can't decide that just for yourself. This is a whole, this is like the Gokage summit needs to be called, because you're making a decision based out of a organization that's having its hands, like, it's a terrorist organization basically. If Akatsukis were just mercenaries, Kara organization is like terrorists like ISIS. And if they're in different countries doing this kind of fuck shit, this really does make sense that why Naruto needs to call the Kage Summit meeting to discuss what are we gonna do, like what is the next steps. And of course Gaara and what's the black guy's name? Ooh, I can't remember it. Ignore that. But of course those two were like, yeah, we're on board with it. The Tsuchi Kage and even the Mizukage are a little like, if you think you can handle this, like, let us know how you're doing this. And then they kind of were impressed to know that Naruto's doing all this with shadow clones. He's gonna always be at the house with shadow clones. So yeah, so then it takes part to where Kawaki's following Naruto. We go to the back to the Leaf Village, and so Kawaki's following Naruto. Naruto's like playing chase with him because Kawaki's trying to flee. Then he understands, look, I can't get away from you, fine, so I'll comply for now. They go to the house, and Kawaki's still very like, what's the word I'm looking for? He's still very resistant. He's like resistant. He's not gonna give them anything. And Naruto just assures him, look, maybe you don't know anything, but because they want you, it's my job to protect you. So think of this house as your house. Think of everything we give you as no different than everybody else. And it's funny enough because sorry, I'm very sick. I'm not sick, I just have allergies. But so Boruto comes home, and Boruto already had his little side quest with giving the turtle that Mugino like left behind to Kohnohamru, and they had a little heart-to-heart moment about Mugino, and it was a very touching episode to see like Boruto kind of just hold on to that story that Mugino had with the third Hokage, and decided that, it's best if I just have kept that between us. That'll be our moment. That way big bro Kohnohamru won't feel worse. But even when he takes the turtle, it's that kind of symbolism of like, in a sense, he kind of knew. As weird Mugino was, as odd he was, he's always been there for Kohnohamru. And it's really touching. It kind of wraps up the Mugino stuff, and I wish they kind of made it more impactful. I keep saying that, but it's the truth. But it was good. It was decent. It was alright. But it's really when they get home that we can kind of see what they're building here. And so we see Boruto coming home to find Kawaki in his dining room. He has a big fight with him, and they just don't like each other off the bat. Of course, Naruto has to talk with him. He goes, look, we need to have a talk. And he explains to him how Kawaki's situation is no different than how his situation was when he was younger, being a Jinchuriki and being like ostracized by the villages, and him saying, I get it now as an adult why they did it, but I don't want to be those adults. I can't be those adults. So I'm gonna need you to understand why he's here, because he's not bad. I wasn't bad, but he's in a situation where that's not his choice. It definitely does hit Boruto a little different, especially since I guess they're gonna include the whole time travel arc, so he kind of knows exactly what he means. So because of that, he goes to Kawaki, apologizes, and even Kawaki throws a fit, and they smash a vase. It happens to be something that Himawari made for Hinata, and because of that, Boruto and him get into it again, just when I thought it was like getting closer. But then he opens up to them because he feels actually remorseful for that little action. He goes like, I didn't mean to. I'm actually sorry. He says sorry, tells him his name, and Boruto and him just kind of have an exchange of like, this is who I am, this is who I am, this is what I believe. And the episode ends. And altogether, this episode was really setting up this kind of familiar... Sorry, give me a minute. It was giving this familiar bond between Kawaki and it was giving this familiar bond between Kawaki and Boruto, setting up like this is like a new addition to their family. Like he's gonna be like added in there, and it seems like they're setting up the brothers brawl kind of thing where Kawaki and Boruto are like these two bickering brothers, and even when Naruto grabs both of them and like talks to them, it seems like he's truly enjoying their company. And even like Hinata's a little worried as well. But even with from what I saw from the preview from next episode, it seems like this is the first time I ever watched a preview too, that they're gonna be elaborating, they're gonna be building on the whole, these guys are in a sense two brothers that have to get along with each other. They have to for lack of a better word, they have to like learn to coexist. Excuse me, I'm like I just stayed earlier. But yeah, I gotta say one thing too, the new opening and the new ending for the anime slap so hard. It's the same song, but the visuals are different, and it shows Delta fighting Sarada, Boro fighting Mitsuki. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Maybe we'll get one-on-one fights. Sorry, my voice is really killing me, so I'm trying my hardest to like give you guys a solid review. But maybe we'll see that happening. And then the ending is even cute too, because it's a new ending. It's Boruto, Sarada, Mitsuki all hanging out, and then Kawaki's at the house too, and they're all kind of hanging out together, doing their like separate things, but at the same time doing things together. It's just including like how Kawaki's probably gonna be like the older cool brother or something. I don't know what they're gonna paint with him, but he's definitely I hope they have fun with these next couple episodes. I really hope they have fun building this relationship with Naruto, building this relationship with Boruto, even with Hinata and Himawari. If they're able to make us feel like he's a part of this family, and that like, he himself does too, it'll be a slam dunk. It'll give the stakes more that he doesn't want Jigen to take this away from him, this one thing that he was scared to have, which was familiar bonds. But yeah, guys, this is so good. The symbolism behind this is amazing. The symbolism of the turtle getting adopted, and of course that relating to Kawaki, who he himself, like, even though the turtle bites Boruto's hand, it doesn't bite Konohamru's, kind of insinuating the same thing, like Kawaki's gonna butt heads with Boruto, but he's gonna really get along with Naruto. It's interesting stuff, and altogether I think this episode was a good solid and 7.5 out of 10. It was nothing too amazing, nothing too great, but it was just solid. It was cool, it was average, it was nice. It was a little above average, but it was nice. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. This is your boy Papi. We'll see. Peace out, y'all. I cannot wait to see the next episode. I'm sorry, I wish I could talk more, but my voice is killing me, so let's